Let's see. Alrighty, I guess we'll go ahead and get started. It's already 6:30, so I guess I'll start out saying, Halito, Hachimachugma, Hachugma. Oh, Chugma, Anato, Amachugma. So I know we've been kind of gone for like 2 weeks now. Last week I had car issues, and so got that finally taken care of. Thank the Lord. So we got Friday. I think got it taken care of, and so now I'm back on the road. So I'm here. Thank goodness. And so we've been gone for 2 weeks, and I know it's kind of when you don't consistently do something, you tend to forget. And so I know we kind of forgot a little bit. And because of last week, and I had a rough weekend this weekend also. And so I kind of didn't figure out what I wanted to do this week. And so I just kind of wanted to lean on you guys just a little bit, just to see what you guys wanted to learn today. And so I also have, I didn't forget about our phrase. I just didn't want anybody to start trying to do it before we get started. And so I kind of gave it away already, but it says Halito Himanitaga, which I really should change it to Nina because it's nighttime, but I'll leave it as Nitak. Himanitaga Nataho Ikana Hachimanna. Let's see if I can go on this side. Himanitaga Nataho Ikana Hachimanna. So, what do you think that is saying? Huh? Well, today I was supposed to put night, but I put day. So today, Himma Nitak means day. Remember, or today. Really, it just means today. And so Himma Nitaga today, Nataho Ikana Hachiwana. What do you all want to learn? Because if it was just chi, then it would be you. And so we got Nataho Ikana Hachibana. Today, what do you all want to learn? Today, what do you want to learn? What do you all want to learn? And so when we say Nata, obviously you could just say Nata by itself. Nata Ikana Hachibana, like what do you want to learn? But sometimes when you put that Nata home, it's kind of like saying like, what is it? What is it that you want to learn? Or something like that. And so Nata by itself obviously just means what. So like I said, you can say Nata ikana hachibanna, what do you want to learn? But if you say Nata ho ikana hachibanna, like what is it do you guys want to learn? And so obviously ikana, what is that? To learn. Hachi, you all, and then banna, want, yeah. And so some of this stuff right here is some stuff that we have already learned. And so you guys should know some of this stuff, but it's all about putting the pieces together and trying to figure out what it is. So remember, himak nitak, it means today. Himak means like now, nitak means day, and then that's just the object marker to tell you the time of day or something like that. And so, "Himanetaga nataho ikhna hachibanna." So that's the question that I'm asking you guys today, or tonight, really. So, what is it that you guys want to learn? Because sometimes in learning, the teacher gets kind of the point where they just keep teaching you new things, new things, new things. But sometimes it's also beneficial for learners to be like, how do you say this? Or how would I say that? Can I say this or can I say that? Can you explain that to me or something like that? So it's always beneficial for you guys to ask questions and to ask me, how do you do this? How do you do that? Because then that just helps you guys. Because if you want to ask something that you want to know how to say, like at home or on the road or something like that, then it's beneficial to ask the teacher, be like, hey, how do you say that? Or how would I say this to somebody or something like that. Because sometimes I could be just going on with the lesson, but it never applies to your life, you know? And so I want to get something that might apply to you. And so that's the question I want to ask. Himanetaga nataho ikana hachibanna. What do you guys all want to learn? And so I already asked one person already, and she said she wants to do introductions. So we can all try our introductions. And so all you would have to say is, I'm going to write it in English. I'll say, my name is, I am from wherever. I live in wherever you live. And then you say, or yeah, I'll make sure to write that in Choctaw. Ay. There you go. So that's the basic introduction. My name is, I'm from wherever, I live wherever, and then I am Choctaw. But also, if you want to add more stuff, then you can do that too. But I think for this, if you guys just want to reference that, this will be a great thing to start with. Because if you go to places or for some reason you want to introduce yourself, this is the basic way to do it. And so people will generally ask these kind of questions. Where are you from? There's if we go to somewhere and I hear them speaking Choctaw, I'm like, oh, where are you from? Because or who are you first? And then where are you from? Oh, where do you live? And then you can ask, are you Choctaw? Stuff like that. And so it's good to know those things. And so, uh, does anybody want to give theirs first? You? Okay. Well, you're gonna have to come up here and introduce yourself. So the people
Okay.
online.
Oh, okay. So Sahojivayat Larry.
Okay.
Atoka Atali.
Okay.
Atoka Amintili.
Okay.
Choktasia Hoki.
Oh me, yeah. Give him applause, yeah. Chukma. Team Punna. Anybody else want to give it a go? Sarah? Yeah, if you want to throw some other stuff in there, that's fine.
Okay. Sahochifuat Sarah Trusty. I'm from Atoka Utali. Is that correct? I know. I'm just making sure that I'm saying it right.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Caddo Amintili, Choctaw Nation Atoxalili, and Chatasia Hoki. And this is the one that I've been trying to learn. It's Chata Anompa Ikanali. Is that right? Ikanali.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, I'm trying to say I already know it. I'm trying to say I'm learning it.
Yeah, cuma. Give her a round of applause. All right, all right. Anybody else want to give it a go? But remember, I think I don't know if got this backwards, but atta means to live. This is atta, and this is aminti. So I think you got that backwards. Yeah. So she meant to say atoka amintili. Cato, I almost said Clara. Cato utterly, yeah. All right. Oh no. All right. Anybody else? This young lady right here. Hey. That's all right. That's what we're here to do. We're here to try it out, and if you make a mistake, that's okay. All righty.
Lolito. Oh, it's not up there today.
Just the English.
So, Stella Scott, Tushka Amitili, Atoka Utterly, Tata Siho K, Tuxelia, Choctaw Nation. I got that backwards. Choctaw Nation AVS, Tuxeli. Tuxeli Lily.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool. Chattanoopa, akan Ikanali, Makala.
Cuma. Yeah, give her a round of applause. Does anybody else want to give it a try? Yeah, get over those fears. Hey. This is the first step in speaking it. It's just getting up here and doing it. All right, Thomas. Oh, who are you? Hey.
This is T No Money. Hey, my name is Thomas. Hey. I'm gonna go by English first. My name is Thomas. Chata or Halito so Chifu yet Thomas. I'm gonna do this one. Gonna try to think in my head. I live in Stringtown, Italy,
Yeah.
and I am from Atoka, Amintili. No, Atoka, Amintili. And I'm just gonna finish it off with I am Choctaw, Choctaw Sia Hoki, and Makala. And shout out. Nah, joking.
Okay, give him a round of applause. Yeah. I took my. Yeah. Anybody else? You can come out at the same time. Hey. Don't be Hofaya now. Hey. Oh, that's all right. Hofaya means to be ashamed. You could say Nukuya. Hashaya means to be like, like not mad, but like irritated, I guess. Because like someone just like keeps bugging you or something, like you're like, man, you get mad. That's when you'd be Hashaya, or if someone makes fun of you or something like that, and you get mad about it or something like that. That's Hashaya. No. All right. Who are you?
Saho Chippewa Concetta, LaFleur, Cooper,
Oh, cool.
Atoka Mintili,
Okay.
and Atoka Ata
Atali.
Atali.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. Okay. And Choktasia Hoki.
Chakta Chukma, Chukma, yeah. You're a round of applause. Oh me. Tell me who you are. Hey.
Sahakshapa Twila, uh, Atoka Atali. Let me see. Cold Creek Mentally. Uh, what?
Are you from Coal Creek?
Yeah,
So yeah, Coal Creek. I'll meet you.
Cold Creek Mentally. Chakta Anopa. How would you say? I will learn.
Kana Sabana.
Akana Sabana.
Wow, yeah. Chakta Chiaho. Oh me, oh me. All right. Did you want to try? I can just bring this to you. They don't have to see you. Hey.
That makes me feel more comfortable. Okay. Um, Halito Sa Ochifoyet Karen. Atoka Amitali. Lane Utterly, Harmony Baptist Church, Atoxalili, Choctaw Sa, Sia, Choctaw Sia, okay.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, give her a round of applause. Yeah, so everybody went through it. So Hachipuna, Hachipuna. But I guess the biggest thing is to remember that when you say I'm from somewhere, you want to kind of exaggerate that a little bit. Aminti, Aminti. Okay. You could. I think in speaking, sometimes people might want to say Aminti, Aminti, but you want to kind of overemphasize Aminti, Aminti. So, but also don't forget the li. So Anato Saho Chifoyat Joshua Dani Atoka Amintili Atoka Attali Chata Siohoki Chakasha Iyagni Chickasaw Nation E Toksalili or Ada Ako A Toksalili. So what I said there was Chickasaw Nation, I work for them, but then I also turned around and said, I work in Ada. Ada is where I work. And so, anyways, you can add more stuff like that. But once we get more into doing it more often, then we'll probably learn how to say more things like that. But good job. Give you guys a pat on the back because that was not easy to do, is it? Coming up here and introducing yourself. Imagine how hard it is for me to come up here and teach you. Hey, you know. No, but so yeah, I think it'd be a good idea if we were to remain this small. I'll probably have a couple of you come up each time to do your introductions. That way, you can get comfortable with it. We won't do everybody all the time, but we'll just do like a couple of you guys each time. That way, you can get comfortable doing it. All right. But so yeah, introductions a great way to get started with because I know you guys work and introduce yourself sometimes. They work in places, and you could probably do it at church too if you work there, and you can do it wherever you're working at too. It don't matter where you're at. You can always introduce yourself in Choctaw, and so be proud of your language. Even if you're going out to somebody that's not able to understand Choctaw or not Choctaw, go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say your introduction in Choctaw and then say it in English, obviously, because that's what a lot of people do in Choctaw Nation anyway. They'll say, "Saho chifuya Joshua Dani, atoka amintile, atoka maatale, chata siohoki, chakasha anopa ayochalinchi yama atok salili." And so they'll turn around and say, "My name is Joshua Dani. I live in Atoka. I'm from Atoka. I'm Choctaw, and I work for the Chickasaw Nation language preservation." And so you can say that. And so just get used to saying that all the time. And then even if y'all go to church or if you guys go somewhere and you're getting up to talk, just go ahead and introduce yourself. Just shake out that, the fuzzies or whatever, the butterflies. Just get used to saying it because people want to hear you say that. And then it's interesting when you do say it to them. And I know it made me proud whenever you guys start saying that. And so, yeah, it's very important. And so we did introductions, and like I said, we'll probably continue to do that. But what else would you guys like to learn tonight? Because there are some household phrases and stuff that a lot of people are interested in saying, like, where are you going? I'm going here. It's time to eat. Yeah, ibachi. Yeah, yeah. I got an interesting story. Is that one of my buddies? He works at the Pensacola Police Department, I think, and so he starts. I've been teaching him Choctaw a little bit here and there, and so he's been actually taking that to work. And now all of his people that he works with, even his chief or whatnot, they're all saying Choctaw, and it's pretty neat because they don't say lunch anymore. They say ipachi, ipachi. And so it's that easy. If you just say one word or here and there, you can influence your people that you're around. Because I know a lot of times when we say things, like I always say cool, 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 and when people are like, "What is that?" but like when they see it in context all the time, like someone will say like, "Oh," they'll make a joke about somebody or something like that. I'm like, cool, that's funny or something like that. Cool. Something weird happens and I say cool, but like the more you hear me say that all the time, you might start to say it afterwards, or because one thing that one of the cool is more like it's kind of like saying ga, or it's like saying it's like a little bit of surprise or something like that. And so, like, I don't know, a good example. Cool, cool. I think some people do say that, yeah. But I think a lot of people nowadays, they just say, cool. Because it's always when something random happens or something funny happens or something oddly surprising happens or something like that. And then you say, cool, cool. It's cool. Yeah, we kind of spell it like this. Well, I always spell it like this. Cool, cool. Like say Chibahon, yeah. So that one too, yeah. Well, for this one, I can't really think of a good example of how to use this. I just know how to use it or when to use it. But like if I'm trying to write something, like if I'm trying to write Choctaw, cool. See, like that. That thing just popped out of nowhere, and I wasn't trying to do that. So that's just like a weird surprise that happened. So I was like, cool. So I erased it or something like that. But what I was actually trying to do is like if I try to write Choctaw and for some reason I write it like or I don't know, I messed up and I go, oh, cool. I messed it up. And so you want to write it correct. And so that's kind of how you use cool. Cool. And so that. And then my brother said, well, the actual let's see. So cool. See, yeah, there you go. That's a good time to use it. And so this one right here, you hear a lot of people say that in the household too. But it kind of developed over time, and I hear my family say it all the time, and they say "chibahon" or chibaha or something like that. But it comes from this word right here, ashchiba, ashchiba. Well, you can say ahchiba, or some people might say ashchiba, because for some reason with this H and the CH together, it's kind of weird to say ahchiba, ahchiba. So people just make it easier to say and just say ashchiba, ashchiba. So this means bothersome, bothersome or irksome. And so if something is bothering you or something is just like, weird, irritating, or kind of irksome or something like that, you can say ashchiba. And so you say home, and so that's that question marker. So you're really just asking like, that's bothersome, isn't it? Or something like that. It's like, is that bothersome or something like that? But really, we kind of use it like, it's like, I don't even know how. Man, that bothers me or something like that. It's weird to say it in English because like, and sometimes translations don't roll over that well. But we say this sometimes. Ah, like I don't know. Somebody was supposed to bring cake to a birthday party, and then they said, "Oh, I forgot to get the cake." You're like, "Ashchibahon, ashchibahon." Like, oh my goodness, it's kind of like that, Oh my goodness, you didn't get the cake, ashchibahon. So that's bothersome, kind of. And so it's weird to explain it in English, but that's kind of how you would use it. So ashchibahon, ashchibahon. Like people forget to do something for you, or you forget to, I don't know, maybe you're rushing to get out of work and you forget to clock out and you're already down the road. You're like, shabaho, and then you have to turn around and make sure you clock back out because you don't want them to overpay you. Hey, that would be ashchaba. That's bothersome. That's irksome, kind of. So. Uh, I don't think it's necessarily a slang. I think it's just one of those phrases that people just say, because sometimes we say like "golly" or "oh my goodness," it's stuff like that. We don't really, you can't really explain those. You just say them, sometimes. But you can try to help people understand by giving them context of how to use it. So, like I said, if you're running home or something like that, but you forget to clock out, and so you're halfway down the road and you're like, chibaho, I forgot to clock out. So that's bothersome, or it's really like irritating kind of or whatever. So chibaho, so chiba. And so sometimes you can use that by itself too. You say, when people come in here and they just start complaining, that's chiba. That's bothersome, that's chiba. But then again, you could just ask this question, chibaho. That's bothersome, isn't it? You can ask like that. Isn't that bothersome? So ashchibahon, ashchibahon. Yeah, we say that a lot. And my other sister, she kind of funny when she says it. She goes, chibahan. Nasal. She really hardcore nasals, but like I think the thing is also is that the way you hear it is always going to be different than how we're teaching it, because over time that's how language changed. And so my family probably heard it chibaha a lot, chibaha, but they weren't taught that it was this. And so if that's what you're used to, then that's what you're used to. But now that we're learning the details about it, then you learn that this is where it comes from. Ashchibahon, ashchibahon. But obviously, you can still say it the same way that you do in your household. But this is just the proper way. Okay? All right. Yes. Huh? Oh, yeah. If you want to, days of the week. So this one's kind of interesting. This might be another day to get all of this, but I'm just going to shorten it. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I don't know if you can see that, but so Sunday, let's see, I could probably do this thing. Oh, this thing. Oh no, go back. I'm lost. How do I do this? I think it's, I feel like it's this. Oh, it's this one. Shibahon, yeah. There you go. So move it up there. Can y'all see that okay? Okay. Okay, so Choctaw language has two sets of days of the week. We have the English equivalents, and then we have the actual Choctaw. And so if you're doing the English equivalents, all you have to do is just say the days of the week, but in a Choctaw pronunciation. So Sunday becomes Santi, Santi, because we don't have D's, remember? And so we replaced it with a T. Santi, Santi. And then Monday is really easy. Monty, Monty. Tuesday, Tuesday, Tuesday. And then Wednesday, Wednesday, Wednesday. So this is pretty easy, right? So this is what I mean by taking the English and just putting it into Choctaw pronunciation. This is not what we used back then, obviously. It's just like, you know, when we say car, we don't have the word for car. We can describe it, but it's easier just to say ka, because, you know, ka, we don't have R's, and so we just say ka, because it sounds like car. Anyways, Thursday, and this is where the spelling is just a little bit different. Thirsty, thirsty. It's like the English thirsty, but obviously without the R. Thirsty, thirsty. And then Friday, fly tea. And so this AI right here, remember how I said like vowels don't usually go together? Well, this is one of those diphthongs where you get two vowels together to make one sound. So ah and I, when you say it fast enough, it's I. You hear that? I. And so that's what the sound makes. So some people might say, try to teach you fly it. That's incorrect. It's fly-t, because you're just trying to say it like Friday. But like I think the reason why we do it like this, because we live in a country. You know how like the country folks, when they say Sunday, they don't say Sunday, they say Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then Friday, you know. I'll see you Friday. And so I think that's why we do it T instead of Tay or something like that, or, which we don't have the A sound either. And then Saturday, Satati, Satati, Satati. That's how you would do it. And that's just basically the Choctaw pronunciation of the English. Now, I can get into the Choctaw way, which I'm going to try to do this as best as I can, or I can just do this. Does everybody have that written down? Is that okay? Okay. This will probably be the last thing I teach you for this night, but next week, if we have a chance to come back, then we'll go back to doing ish and lee and all that stuff. That way you don't forget it. But for the Choctaw way, and I feel like I think someone told me there's another older way of doing it, but this is kind of the one we're sticking with right now. So everything is based off of Sunday in Choctaw. So Sunday, we got, oh, cool. Okay. So everything has to do with Nitak Holo. Nitak Holo. So that's Sunday. So everything is going to be related to Sunday in this case. And so it's going to be very interesting to y'all. So I hope you guys are ready to learn. So Nitak Holo, that's Sunday. Nitak Holo. So basically saying like holy day or something like that. And so, that's basically holy day. And so Monday, you would still use this right here. Everything is going to use this, but we're just going to add on to it. So I'm going to try to do this as best as I can. So nitak hulo tuk una. Nitak hulo tuk una. I think it's one N or two N's, and I can't remember. Two N's? Okay. So nitak hulo tuk una. So remember, I said everything is related to Sunday. So nitak hulo tukuna is just saying the next day, basically. The day. So nitak hulo is done, and so it's the next morning, basically. Unna can mean morning. So the morning after Sunday, which is Monday. It's that's what it's saying. So nitak hulo tukuna. And then again, for Tuesday, you got nitak hulo Imisha. And so Imisha literally just means like over there, kind of like that, or on the other side, kind of like that. And so, but like what it really is saying is like Nitakolo Imisha the day after Tuesday, basically. So you got Sunday, you got Monday, and then the day after. And so that's basically what it's saying. Nitakolo Imisha. Nitakolo Imisha. That's Tuesday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Wait. Yeah, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So, what? Oh yeah, I'm just confusing myself. And so I'm gonna erase this real quick because it might be confusing. All right, and so for the rest of this, I'm just gonna, because the rest of it's gonna still say nitakulo, so I'm just gonna put H or cool. See, I said cool again. So nitakulo. I'm just gonna do NH. All right. So nitakulo Sunday, nitakulo tokuna Monday, nitakulo imisha Tuesday. So Wednesday, nitakulo iklana, nitakulo iklana, nitakulo iklana. And so this iklana just means in the middle. In the middle. And so I guess you could say like middle of the week. And also I think some people might use nitakolo as week also. But I'm not really too sure about that. And I don't use that too often, so I don't really say nitakolo for week. But anyways, nitakolo Sunday, nitakolo tukuna the day after Sunday, nitakolo imisha the 2 days after Sunday, and then nitakolo iglana the middle of Sunday, the Sunday's middle, I guess. And then just a little bit. Hope that's still able to see. Okay, so now you got, and this is where it starts getting a little weird. Let's see, the next one is, Thursday, and I believe it's emoshi. Okay, I'm glad you got your papers, because I don't use these very often, so sometimes I forget. So emoshi. Does anybody know what emoshi means? So moshi means uncle. And so literally you're saying the uncle of Sunday. The uncle of Sunday. And so that's Thursday. That's why I say it's going to get a little weird. But it's still relating to Sunday. So just think of Sunday as like a person, kind of. I mean, you don't have to, but so this you got the day after, or the next day, the day after, the middle, and now you got his uncle. And so now we're doing relatives of Sunday. So that's when it's Thursday. Friday is ibai. So netakolo ibai, and these are going to be male figures. And so this is his uncle. And so think of, this will be the son of this guy. And so what is that to Sunday? So if let's say, yeah, there you go. I don't have to explain it. So ibai means nephew. So netakolo ibai is the nephew of Sunday, which is Friday. Yeah, it is, but that's what we do. And so, since you got that, oh, I don't think it can close down anymore. Okay, I'm gonna just write it over here. So you got netakolo tokona, netakolo imisha, netakolo iglana, netakolo imoshi, netakolo ibai, and now you have for Saturday. Netakolo inakfish. Netakolo inakfish. So does anybody know what nakfish means? Little brother, yeah, little brother. A lot of people know nakfi, which is brother, but in reality, only females are supposed to use nakfi. So, yeah, only females are supposed to use nakfi. But anyways, we'll get more into that later when we get into kinship terms. But nakfish means little brother. So Saturday is the little brother of Sunday. So I know it's weird right now, and you probably won't learn this right off the bat because it took me a long time. Even down here, I still get it kind of confused. But that's why I just kind of refer to Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and stuff like that. But I guess I really should just get into it, because if I don't get into it, then we don't learn it. And so if I don't learn it, then y'all don't learn it, and then nobody else is going to learn it. So it's better for me too to learn this as well. So I know this is not going to be easy for you to remember right off bat, but I hope this helps just a little bit, because just remember nitakulo, nitakulo, nitakulo. But when you're actually saying these, you can just omit nitakolo and all the rest of them, except for Sunday, obviously. You can say tokunakma toksalilachi. So Monday, I'm gonna work. And so, like I said, you can just omit the nitakolo imisha. You can just say imishagma, class imabachi lachi. Tuesday, I'm going to teach the class, you know. Or Wednesday, ikhla nakma, Bible study, ilithkulachi, you know. We're going to go Bible study on Wednesday. Thursday, emoshi, nana michilachinkyo. Hey, no. I'm not going to do anything. Emoshikma. I'm not going to do anything on Thursday. And then ibai, Friday, ugalet, you know, tuksalet fuha. A lot of people get off work on Friday. And then Saturday, I don't know, get ready for Sunday, I guess. Hey. But yeah, so whenever we get into kinship terms, these will come back into play. And if you're curious about the reason why we, like, men don't really say nakfi, is I'll give you a little background on it, is because, let's say, you got nakfi, and I understand, like, when you read in the dictionary, it says this as brother, but if you understand, like, where it comes from or why only females only say it, then you'll understand why. And so there's nakfi and there's teak, which really just means female. So you got nakni, which means male, then teak, which means female. And so, and likewise, females don't say teak either, but only in kinship terms. And so you also have, that's what I say about my older brother right here. I don't know why I did that, but, and I'm just going to give you a little brief explanation on this. I'm not going to go into it. Cool. See, when you make mistakes, you say cool a lot. Or I guess I should have just put that in the middle. Ash chabaho. Oh well. So these are by itself. Yeah. So these are by itself. So teak and nakfi. This is for female, and this is for male. But these mean older sibling. And this means younger sibling. I guess. Whatever. But for these two, it has to be, I'm just going to write SG. That's not a grammatical term or anything. I'm just writing it short for same gender. Same gender. And so the reason I say that is if I say anni, which means my older sibling, it only refers to the same gender. And so that means I'm referring to my older brother. And then if I say sanakfish, that means I'm talking about my younger brother because I'm male. Now, if my sister says amanni, well, she doesn't have an amanni because she doesn't have an older sister. So anni means older sibling, same gender. So if I say anni, that means older brother. If a female says anni, it means older sister. Same thing with nakfish. If a male says nakfish, he's saying little brother. If a female says nakfish, that means younger sister. And so I'm a male, and so I have all of these kinship terms which I can use, which is pretty cool. Because I have amanni, my older brother. Then I have a little brother, so I say sanakfish. But then I also have sisters, so I call them teak. I say teak, so my sisters. But likewise, that's the reason why guys can't say nakfi, because we say amanni for older brother, nakfish for younger brother, but we say teak for sisters. So This is what guys use. But girls, they use this. So my sister there, she can say, Nakfi, my brother. And that's good for her. But males don't say Nakfi, remember? And so, but if you have an older sister and you're a female, you can say Amanni. If you have a younger sister, you can say Sanakfish. That means my younger sister, if you're female. I know, like I said, this is just a brief explanation, but that's why males don't say Nakfi. A lot of people are saying, a lot of the guys, they always say, thank you, brother. They say that. I appreciate it, brother. They say it like that. But they use Nakfi, but honestly, we're not supposed to be saying that. We're supposed to say, we can say like Sattiba Pishi, which means my brother. But like even that's, like that word brother that we say it for everybody else kind of doesn't translate well into Choctaw. Because if you use Nakfi, you're using the wrong one. And if you say Sattiba Pishi, that means my actual siblings. Because that's a whole nother thing. But, like I said, I know this is probably not, a lot of this is going over your head, especially for days of the week and kinship terms. We'll get more into this, but I just want to give you a brief explanation as to why males don't say this and females don't say that, and why we have these other ones. These are the old ways of saying it. Your older brother? So you would say Anakfi, and you could say Asano, which means older, or it's grow up, I guess. Asano kind of means older, kind of, but you can say Anakfi, Asano, which means my older brother. Yeah, but you can't just say Anakfi. You can say my brother. Because how many siblings you have? You just have a brother? So you can just say Anakfi. You don't have to say older brother. Unless you want to specify that he's older than you. But like the way I talk with my siblings and stuff like that, it's clear I'm talking about my older brother when I'm saying this, and I'm talking about my younger brother when I'm saying that. That's why like a lot of times we don't use this anymore, because it's harder for people to understand. People are like, why do you teach that? A lot of people get confused and they don't use it right, or they don't know how to use it or whatever. Why do you teach that? Because this is the old way of doing it. We're getting to the new way where everybody says Anakfi. Males and females say that. And males and females all say Antique for my sister. But we're getting away from this. We're getting away from it. And so if we get away from it too long, everybody's going to forget it. And then everybody's going to forget how to use it. And so I just want to get this back. And this is just for siblings. Siblings. It doesn't have nothing to do with parents or anything like that. And so, like I said, we'll get into more kinship terms later. But I just kind of wanted to give you an explanation on that. So if you're saying Nakfi, that's okay for now. But just remember, whenever you're trying to do it this way, you want to learn how to say it properly. But you can always review this video again. I have it recorded on YouTube, so if you're confused. But like I said, we're going to go over it again. Okay? I don't want to keep blowing your minds, because it's just going to keep going like this, keep going like this. And I know sometimes it's hard to keep up sometimes, but that's just a little something for your essay, I guess. I don't know if people still say that. But we're running out of time. Does anybody have any last questions? Or is any confused? Did anybody learn anything? Yes.
It's a word you say a lot.
Umi? Uh-huh. So umi is just saying like, okay, all right, but it's more of an acknowledgement. And so you can use it for a lot of things. Like if you say, all right, I'm going home, I was like, umi, all right. But if you say someone gives me something, I was like, oh, yakoki, and they say, umi, it's just acknowledging the thanks, And so people ask us all the time, do you say you're welcome? I was like, no, we don't really say that. But we can say like welcome, which is We don't even say that word either. We just say Hashaya laga achukma. It's good that you guys are here. That's kind of like our way of saying welcome. And so another thing, I made a video about this, but we don't use polite language in Choctaw. Please. Inherently, we didn't use thank you either. Excuse me, yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, stuff like that. Please, specifically, we don't use that either, because politeness is built into the language, and so the way you say things is the way it's going to come across. And I remember telling you guys that the way you say things is that's how it's going to be perceived. So if I say something in anger, you're going to know that's how I mean it. But if I say something politely, then you know that's how I'm saying it. And so we don't say please, we don't say thank you, we don't say you're welcome. We just acknowledge the thanks that you give to us. Because really, I'll give you one last thing before we go. And I know you guys are getting tired. So yucky, that's kind of like when something surprising happens. This is another way. This is another thing. You're like, yucky, like, oh my goodness, that's crazy, or whatever. Someone gives you a gift, you're like, yucky, you're like, oh my goodness, like, wow. That's kind of like how you would use that, yucky. But so when we say yakoki, this is why I said we didn't inherently used to say thanks either, because it comes from yaki. And what is ale? I say, Then we say hoki. Yaki ale hoki is what they used to say. Whenever someone would give you something, gift you something, they'll say, yaki ale hoki. But then over time, language change happened. And then these words came together and became yakoki. Yakoki. And so basically, all I did was, let's see, they took away this I, they took away ale, and they just took away this H. And so there's your yakoki. So now you guys know that we didn't actually used to say thank you back in the day. But now we do. We kind of ingrained this into saying thank you. And so that's how we say thank you now. Yakoki. Yakoki. And really, honestly, in English we say thank you, but we also say thanks. To me, that's kind of what yakoki is. Thanks. Because you can also say cool. Chiyakogile. Chiyakogile, which means I thank you. See, there's a li, there's a u, chiyakogile. But a lot of people have different pronunciations for this, but that's just kind of how I say it. Anyways, enough blowing your minds. Hopefully, I don't have to keep blowing your minds with everything. But I kind of like doing stuff like this, showing you where these words come from. Because to me, it's fascinating when we learn where the original words come from. And so that's why I think it's important for me to teach you the proper way. And then, like I said, once you get comfortable enough with speaking and you're doing it on your own, you're going to condense it yourself. Because whenever I learned how to say something like, can you help me? I used to always just say, isi apila hinlahon. Isi apila hinlahon. Can you help me? Can you help me? But now, because I want to say it faster, I say, isi apilanahon. Isi apilanahon. You say it a little faster. But I'm trying to teach you the proper, that way, once you start doing it on your own, you'll do it naturally. You'll do it naturally, because the more you hear it, the more you're going to copy other speakers. But just try to remember the proper way. So that's what I'm trying to get to you guys. And so, do I have any other questions? I could keep talking all night if I wanted to. Yes. Happy birthday. Well, so that one's kind of tough too, because just to let you guys in on something, that a lot of the English phrases, English sayings, we don't really say it in Choctaw, but we can say it like a different way or something like that, or we can try to make it fit somehow. But a lot of times that's why the translations might be a little bit different. Anyway, so some people do it. Afami. Oops. Because back then they didn't really care about birthdays either. So who cares when it's your birthday, you know? Some people say afami nitak. I have seen some people say nitak afami. To me, this one sounds appropriate, but I've seen a speaker say it this way too, nitak afami. And so I've been so confused about this that I don't know which one it is. But you can use either or, afami nitak or nitak afami. I would just say, to me, I say it this way. But if a speaker says it that way, I guess it's fine too that way. But you'd say that, and then you would add on nayukpa, nayukpa, which means happy. So afami means year, and then nitak obviously means day. Sometimes I guess they can use afami for birthday, they can use it for age and stuff like that. So that's why some people might ask you, afami chikatomi, like how many years do you have? Which they're asking how old are you. So you see, like what we say in English is not necessarily what we say in Choctaw, but we can give the same kind of way of asking it, you know. But yeah, any other questions? Does that help? Okay. Anything else? Kyo, everybody just wants to go home. Hey, I know we went over a little bit, but I thank you guys for your patience. Hachi yakugile. Hey, see, I used it. Hachi yakugile. Hashlaga achukma. I guess next week, ma, if nothing's happens or anything like that, then hachmi salachgi. Umi yakuki. Halito. Hope you guys can hear me. I don't know if this thing worked. You guys doing all right? Hey. I guess I'll see you guys next week then. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys did learn something. Thank you. Alito, when's the next section? Next week, next Tuesday, 6:30 to 7:30. It'll be like that every week, unless posted otherwise. It's on my Facebook. If you guys are not with my Facebook, it's Choctaw with Josh on Facebook, and so you can find out when we're having class or when we're not having class. So, Yokogi, hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and I guess next week, ma, hachipin salachigi.